Thank you, Sonia. Now, our next title that we'll be talking about is honestly a huge surprise hit, having just surpassed 3 million sales. You may recognize it as one of the 3 most played and
different things, so vaulting, climbing. Now we also have weather, so.
One of my favorite aspects, of course, is the rain map in the game. Walk me through what we're seeing here.
So this is our new weather settings. This is fog. You just saw clear day. Our rain has been tweaked a little bit as well. And we also have our sunset coming in. So this really, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's
beautiful.
Quite beautiful, yeah.
And what is the impact on gameplay of these types of things with weather?
It just changed dynamic. Oh, so this is...
Oh, a new gun.
Yes. This is the OTS Groza. It's a 7.62 bullpup. Super powerful, crate only. Yeah, it's going to be a beast.
Is it a short range, long range? Where's
short to medium, it's going to be a beast. It's going to be super powerful. Yeah. And then long range, it'll work as well.
And I remember before you came on the show, I asked, why did you put that gun in? And I think your answer was...
It just looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah. It's like, we wanted to add a bullpup and we wanted to add something else to the 7.62 class. And this is a Spetsnaz weapon. Yeah, it just looks great.
It looks cool, as good as a reason as any, honestly. I want to come back to the weather effects. Obviously, they look beautiful. What are some of the impacts that you've seen on the gameplay with the new weather effects?
Well, it's just going to change the way you play. So it's not necessarily going to be, you're going to be sniping all the time. You know, with the foggy weather, you're going to have to choose a more kind of CBQ type play style. But it's just, again, to give you a bit of variety and make every game kind of different.
You've talked a little bit about what we've seen in the video, but talk to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tragic Kingdom Amusement Park. Come on down and play Find Mini Cukie, Feed the Pound, Dunk the Float, and Pop the... What? Was that a real head? Trade for festive clown makeup, colorful hats, and dozens of other items. Carnival rewards are only available for a limited time. See the adorable pinhead and marvel at the mighty strong clown. Oh, what is wrong with him? Hear the bearded beauty, the siren from Fiji. I think I'm gonna be sick. Backed by popular demand. Come see Pukey the clown and the monkey man. Why does the monkey have a chainsaw? Find romance in the tunnel of love. Swing on the queen of chains. Look at the... Ow! Scream on Pound Mountain! Oh, but that's not safe! See the death-defying firestorms of Dr. Infernum's Pyrotechnic Emporium! Oh, is he got...
I mean, I know it's a horror theme, but there's some great humor in this.
Oh, yeah, I mean, seasonal events are definitely the most fun to work on. I mean, it's just, we can just go crazy and go goofy. You know, we got clowns.
You got the monkey that bangs the cymbal with a chainsaw instead.
Midgets on stilts, bearded ladies, you know, we got it all.
Tell me a little bit about what is the gameplay? What's some of the stuff that people can experience in the summer sideshow?
So it's a limited time event. It's only going to last for 1 month. So all this crazy stuff you're seeing here, it's 1 month. And there's over 50 cosmetic items that people can gain from playing it totally free. All the Zeds have been replaced. All the voices have been redone. We also have mini games that are, you know, thrown out throughout the map.
I saw the carnival games right at the start of the trailer.
Yep. We've also got 2 new weapons that we're introducing. And we also have this other mode that we're really excited about. It's the weekly outbreak.
Yeah, I saw the weekly outbreak at the end of the trailer. What's the weekly outbreak about?
So each week, new gameplay mode comes out with new challenges for the player. We have one, it's starting out with Cranium Cracker, and that's a headshot-only mode. And
so no damage unless it's headshot.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have another one called Tiny Terror, where every time you shoot a Zed, they actually shrink. They become like little midget Zeds, which is really crazy. And whenever the players get hit, they shrink too.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, that's just 2 of them. We have 8 total, and it's over 2 months worth of content. And if they're really hard to beat, but if you beat it, you get really cool, like, precious items and stuff like that.
So, of course, I have to ask, when can people play it?
Actually, you can play it tomorrow, and it's free on Steam all week.
Easy.
Yep. So you got no excuse not to try it.
Well, I mean, what if people are here at E3?
Oh, well, they can play here too.
Oh boy, that wasn't
tomorrow.
a setup on my part.
Right.
Yeah, whereabouts is it at on the E3 floor?
That's at the PC Gamer Show.
Oh, that's right. It's at the PC Gaming Show booth. We have our own booth here at E3.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad that two of you are
Yeah.
very excited to hear that.
The first of many, right? This is going to
Yes.
become a tradition.
Indubitably.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge of the budget, so yes. You're showcasing here at E3 in the game.
Yeah, so for anyone who didn't see the briefing yesterday, we showed off great new features like riddle map storms and firing yourself out of cannons.
A common pirate pastime.
Yeah, pretty known.
Now, I had to ask the same question to Forza
Yeah.
Motorsport. What are some of the things, some of the features that you've added in to focus on the PC experience?
Yeah, so we've got things like 4K, unlocked frame rates, or everything you expect, but we've also brought our gameplay footage in 21:9 as well, my personal favorite.
Your favorite resolution,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
one of the top 3 favorite resolutions
Yeah,
of
it's probably
yours?
there with 32:9 and 16:9 as well, probably.
So, tell me a little bit more about the PC version. Obviously, it's probably a challenge to try to develop for 2 different devices at once.
Yeah, so we decided to change our approach to the game. We're actually building both versions in parallel because we felt that's how we deliver the same game on the same day.
So it's not a port from one device to the other.
Correct, yeah. We felt it was really important just to build them together from the very beginning.
Just one single code path.
One single code path, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I know a whole lot of people here are curious to get their chance to play it. Is there an official release date or an opportunity for them to play it?
Yeah, so we're coming to both platforms in early 2018, but right now we have a technical alpha. You're welcome.
The last night. Here to talk about it is the creative director at Odd Tales. Join me in welcoming Tim Sauret.
Hello,
Pleasure,
Sean.
Tim.
Hello.
Welcome.
Pleasure for me.
Thanks for coming out. Let's ask the obvious question. What is The Last Night?
The Last Night is what we call a cinematic platformer, which means it's not a game like Mario where you have to jump from platform to platform,
Yeah.
but it's more story-driven. It's more reminiscent of old classics like Another World, Flashback, or Oddworld even.
Oddworld, I was going to say, reminded me quite a bit about it. And I saw that you guys had the big announcement reveal at Microsoft yesterday. I mean, that trailer was
Take long before you call that place a home. But that's just the beginning, because here you can do anything.
Including that.
Well, I imagine, thank you, this one person who was also excited about the booth. Now, in terms of this world, this must give a kind of sense of existential crisis to all the inhabitants.
Yeah, like the way I can...
Like, what is it like to be a person in this world?
So, in a world where you're not valuable anymore in production,
Yeah.
the only thing you can really do is to consume endlessly, right?
Right.
So what we're trying to see with this game is how do you define yourself, when you don't have anything to create or to strive for.
Yeah, and I can see, obviously there's the futuristic lighting and the visuals, but there's also that sort of drab, dreary tone. This art style is amazing. I mean, all of these assets are in 2D, but it has so many modern effects. How did you even think of this?
So it all comes down to my background in VFX and advertising, basically. So I wanted to, explore what I could do with 2D and pixel art,
Yeah.
and just augment that and enrich it with modern techniques of lighting and compositing.
Right. And we've talked a little bit about where we are, about the art style. Who are you? Who do you play as in The Last Night?
Yeah, so the character you get to play is a young idealist, I would say.
Yeah.
And because of a childhood accident, he cannot enjoy the same gamified, augmented life than everybody else.
Right.
So because of that, he wants to change the world. And on
You want to
his
have
way,
like an impact and a meaning.
Absolutely. So on his way to do that, he's going to meet some questionable characters you have to trust or not on your way.
What about the gameplay? What are the things that, if I'm the player, what do I do in The Last Night?
So we took inspiration from some classic genre like point and click and adventure games.
Yeah.
But so you get, to solve puzzles and dialogues, of course. But we added a real-time component to it.
Real time in what sort of sense? What makes it a real time puzzle?
So it means that while you are busy breaking in an apartment, for instance, all the simulation is still happening around you. So police come around, and you have to be careful about that.
So in a sense, like if I tried to break into the apartment at night, the police might be on patrol at that time, but if I came in the morning, there might be no police, but the
Yes.
resident might be home.
Absolutely, yeah. So that means that, if you see the police coming around the corner, you better, just hide, pretend to be a hobo, or maybe draw your gun.
You also mentioned that the structure of the game is in one night after the other. What's that like?
Yeah, so the game is structured around several nights, so it spans on several nights, and they are all interconnected, which means that what you
See.
tell people on the very first night, and what you do also is all remembered.
So if I'm just in a conversation and just walk away in the middle of it,
Yeah, they will remember it.
they'll remember, like 2 days later,
Yeah,
they'll be
absolutely.
angry.
Yeah.
That's fast. That must add a huge amount of replayability since the world is just changing based
Yeah,
upon
we're
your
taking a lot
inputs.
of pleasure to hide a lot of stuff in the city, and we hope the community will have fun to figuring that out collectively. So, yeah.
Well, again, I love the art style. I love these story-driven adventure games. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you, Sean.
I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to it. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Once again, that's oddtales.net for more information about The Last Night. Now, this next game surprised me. I'm sure it will surprise